I just want to say hi because I've already spoken with Xylie. I hopped on a Discord call like 2 weeks ago, and it was really nice, and I got to meet a bunch of people. And I know we're mutuals, but I haven't really had like a proper interaction with either one of you. So,
Yeah,
hello.
I know, yeah. Hello.
Your
Yes, nice
accent
to
is
meet you.
so beautiful. Such a diverse panel of accents right now in this chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got the New York
We got like
girl. We
all
got
four
the
corners of the
Australian.
globe.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for like we got two Southerners here, but they're like two totally different Southern accents. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and then you've got me in the true South, so
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The real
yeah.
South.
The real South.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen that thing where people say that Australians are basically just British Texans?
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Bunny and today with me is Miss Eva,
Hello.
Miss Xylie,
Hello.
and we also have a special guest. I'm very excited to be here. We have Miss Frankie.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
So what? Jesus Christ.
Can I say more? Am I introducing myself?
No, you're good. You're good.
I said hi and I'm so quiet.
Oh my God. How are you doing, Frankie? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I was so happy when you reached out.
I was actually, the fun fact about that is I was actually nervous to ask you to come on. I don't know why, but I was.
I certainly don't know why.
Yeah, I was like,
but yeah,
I don't know. Well, yeah, because I found you through Now Recording.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good episode.
That was the first podcast that anyone had ever asked me to come on. It was like everything happened very quickly, all at once, and as soon as I started getting any viewership, Matt found me through the ether. He saw me on somebody retweeted something I said.
It was Mitch.
And he reached out. Mitch, yes, I got in touch with Mitch. I don't remember by what means, but then I actually haven't really spoken to him that much. But I met Matt through him. And Matt brought me on Now Recording, and it was really, really cool, and it was fun, and wow, that was a really intellectual description, but it was very, very cool. I'm very excited to have met everybody I met so far. Everyone's chill as hell, and yeah, I just can't think of like a better start to doing podcasts. Like they really, really make you feel at home.
Yeah.
We're
We're the better of the podcast in this community, just to let you know.
Just saying.
I don't care what Now Recording says.
They're in denial about
lies
it,
and
but
propaganda. That's all they push. Lies and propaganda.
But my point is like kind of through him, by extension, I've met all of you to some extent.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, we love the Now Recording guys. Matt is
Shout out Matt.
Awesome dude.
I truly, Matt put me in touch with everyone, and for that I cannot be more grateful.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Matt this time.
Yeah, give it to Matt. You gotta do it this time. So so your channel is called Skumbagovich, right?
Wow, you nailed it.
Yeah.
No one ever does that.
Well, because
No
you've
one
been
ever
talking.
just raw dogs the word like the first time. They don't even attempt it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Really?
Very-
Like, what other alliterations do you have of Skumbagovich? Like,
Well, it's like an intimidating looking word, so people try and read it and they trip over it, understandably. But
Okay.
that was fantastic.
So how long have
So
you
yeah,
had?
that is the name of my channel.
Yeah. Well, how did you come up with that name?
So in another life, I was an animator, and that's actually what I was going to be doing as a profession until YouTube kind of just happened to.
Yeah, I watched some of your animation videos. They were awesome.
Thank you. So prior to all of this, I was a faceless account, and the name doesn't mean anything. I picked it one day, like years, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, because I thought it sounded cool, and it was kind of like a neutral name. And since I never posted my face or made any allusions to myself, and just posted the art, people kind of, I guess they like assumed a persona based on what the art looked like, and then that name just stuck, and it's kind of a mouthful. It's not the most elegant name, but it's pretty unique, and
I love it.
I have
I
unfortunately
love it.
uploaded too many things at this point to change the name. It would be ridiculous. So I have to
Yeah,
do the
do not
spiel every
change.
time. Every time someone's like, "Wow, is that like your last name? Like, what does that mean?" I'm like, "It's nothing. It's like this thing is like an albatross around my neck that I imposed." And then now I'm just stuck with it.
Listen. It's like my YouTube name, Xylie Gets Real. It has spawned a Xylieverse, okay? There are
Literally.
about 50
Literally
account.
that.
Xylie gets this. Xylie gets that. Xylie, there's some nasty ones. There's some good ones. Xylie Gets Biased is the best of the Xylies of the Xylieverse. But there is Xylie Gets Everything. If I mess up on a stream, Xylie Gets Dumb or something like that. I was not thinking when I came up with that name for my channel. I wish I can go back and change it, but I would be dumb
it's
to
so
do so
good.
now. Yeah, I would
Nah,
be dumb
you
to
can't
do
do
so
that
now.
I've got a fake Xylie account, so
Oh, really?
Wait,
Which
what?
one?
yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm one of them Xylies. You'll never know.
Which one are you?
followed one, but
I'm one of the good ones. You've even said before that you like my fake Xylie, and I was like,
Oh, okay.
I
I'll
followed
keep
the
it that
Xylie
way.
account because I thought it was one of your alts. Is that
No,
not you?
okay, I can tell you now. The only Xylie account to follow is Xylie Gets Biased. That's
Who
it.
followed me back? Oh, that is you. Okay.
No, it's not me. It's actually a mod in my chat because I gave it to them because I like them so much because they're the perfect Xylie. They have my tone and everything down on how they type.
it's so good.
But I don't have an alt account. So all the other Xylies that you see, it is not me.
Gotcha.
So whoever you followed, it is not me. I can tell you that right now.
But
But
they're probably
Xylie,
funny.
but Xylie Gets Biased is the best one above all else. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But no, I don't have an alt account. I feel like I'm the last YouTuber that doesn't have one. So
I feel like you're
I
lying
don't-
about it, and you're one of the ones that everybody knows about.
I swear I don't have an alt account. They get on me all the time. Boblax can't believe I don't have an alt account while he has like 20.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta have a few.
No, I
Trouble
don't.
Facebook.
I need to get one though because my block list is starting to get real heavy. So I'm getting blocked left and right lately. But so, how long have you been like doing your channel?
Well, from what point? Because I started with shorts, but I don't know if that like counts.
Well,
I uploaded my first normal video. Well, I have like really old animations there from like years ago, but
Yeah.
like these videos I'm doing now, I started doing that end of March. I think it was like the last day of March was my first upload. So this is really recent. And I was doing shorts for a couple months before then, and I only really started doing the traditional format videos because for whatever reason, some of these shorts like they got crazy viewership, and I figured like, okay, now's the time. Now I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. I'm gonna see if anyone wants to see this for like 10 minutes instead of one. I'm only a few videos in. This is pretty recent.
Yeah,
I'm,
I mean,
I do not know what I want to stress this unequivocally in case anyone is. I want to disabuse anyone of the notion right now that I know what the hell I'm doing. I do not. Every single time, I'm literally editing. I was editing a video right before I hopped on here, which will be out tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a really fun one. But every time I'm doing it, I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I've never opened Premiere before. What's happening? My memory is wiped between videos. Does this feeling go away? Does it ever feel like you're not starting from scratch at some point?
I'm
No,
not
it
an
doesn't.
editor very much. I go to edit and an hour video takes me like 8 hours to do because between my ADHD and the dread that comes with that and then just flat out editing, I'm like, I don't want to do this. So it takes me
Talk
forever.
about the dread. May I, like, for a minute?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this channel is new. This whole experience is very, very new. Things are happening very quickly, and it's really disorienting. And I'm really, really happy with the way things are coming out, obviously. But the capital D dread is truly something. And I guess it sounds ridiculous to complain like, oh, I'm getting views. Why do I feel so terrible? Blah, blah, blah. But there's this bizarre feeling that you feel hyper visible when you upload. Even if you get like 200 viewers, it doesn't matter. It suddenly feels like you're in the panopticon, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like no matter what you do, the feeling is that you're wrong. And I actually I don't remember to whom, but I expressed this to somebody else who does content recently. I can't remember who this was. But he told me, oh yeah, that's the dread. Yeah, that's just like if you're a YouTuber, that's just what that is. Every time you upload something, it's dreadful. this is like the most dreadful thing you could possibly do, and for some reason you just keep doing it. You're like addicted to the dread in some way, honestly. Because there's this buildup of tension and oh no, and what if this is cringe, and what if nobody watches this one and I flop and I have to, quit forever. And then every time this tension builds up and the immediate release when you get even like the one satisfied comment or like the small little spike in views, like it really does make it worth it every time.
Yeah.
But, can I curse here?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Please.
Holy shit, the dread. Oh my god, it's blinding. It's like I forget that there's a light at the end of that tunnel.
Well, you have blown up. You.
Yeah.
When you were on Now Recording, you were up to how many K?
Okay, let me tell you about. All right, Now Recording was a weird situation because I had a YouTube short that at that particular moment, that shit was blowing up, but I didn't understand to what extent. So when I was on Now Recording, I think I had just cracked 2,000 subscribers, and I was like, oh my god, I finally unlocked all 12 subscribers on YouTube. This is awesome. Soon I will make several cents. This is going to be great. I'm going to tell my mom. She's going to be so excited. And then in the next, I think it was like within the next 24 hours, I cracked 10,000 because one of these shorts had like, I guess it hit the algorithm. I wouldn't say, I don't know what counts as viral, but it got a lot of views. And it went from 2,000 subscribers to 10,000 to 53,000. And that's kind of just where it's been sitting. So I just want to be clear, like this is one runaway video. This is just kind of it was a freak accident.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your shorts right now, and the most cursed animation ever made. Yeah. That one's sitting at 3.3 million views.
It's really funny. I hate that one. I hate it. I cannot stand it. It kills me that that is the one that becomes the representative forever. But, yeah, so that one, that was happening when I was on Now Recording. That was blowing up like kind of that day, those several days. And I just had no concept of what that was going to mean or what it would look like, or the fact that like, oh, now you have momentum, now you can't stop, whether you want. And that, very luckily that one short gave me, it was like a suck start, and it gave me enough momentum to at least start uploading on like a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and things kind of just picked up from there. But, I don't know.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah. No, it's really good. I think it's awesome. I have noticed, and we talked about it a little bit when you and I were in the voice chat together. Like, basically, as you find success, you will find out that people didn't have the best interest for you after all. You know?
Yeah. Okay. How do I... trying to find the right way to phrase this. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's really telling. And this is just kind of a general statement. I guess this is just one of those adult experiences that everyone has that I was lucky enough to not have had until right now.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very interesting thing when you have an unexpected success in your life, and the people who you most want to tell about it, who have been gassing you up prior, suddenly begin... They start behaving very strangely, and the only conclusion you can reach is, well, I'm really close with these people. I have a good relationship. This can't possibly have anything to do with this. It must be me. Something else must have happened that I can't account for. But it's you get some distance from it, and Occam's razor. That is exactly what it is, and it is very, very disorienting. It's really weird, and it's like the cheesiest shit on planet Earth. But truly, if you find yourself in the position where things are working out, everything that you wanted is happening, like line go up or whatever your personal equivalent of that is, it feels somewhat hollow when you suddenly feel like, oh my God, I have nobody to celebrate with,
Yeah, but you know what now?
Where did everybody go?
Well, no, and you're absolutely right. But at that point, that's when you find new people to celebrate it with.
Well, that's why I am so incredibly grateful that people have been... people like, I've made all these new mutuals, I'm not calling it X, on Twitter. Like,
I don't blame you. I don't call that shit X either.
Yeah. And now recording people, just kind of, I'm starting to like feel out the environment. And so far, everyone is really, really cool. And everyone's been very accommodating. And I think it's because we've all had this incredibly humbling experience of just being thrown into this shit and like having to actively construct a persona in front of other people, right?
Yes.
And feeling super monitored, and suddenly, oh no, I can't just thoughtlessly tweet everything, even though I do.
Yeah, you do.
Now these things
you do, girl.
Yeah, I do. Because now these things are like representative of you and your brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me tell you one thing. I don't want anyone to have any. My Twitter is my stream of consciousness, and that's that, and that's not changing. And
I love it. I love it.
I gotta say, you have become one of my favorite people on Twitter.
Thank you. Yeah, I've gotten some really mixed reception. What, am I going to deny you people my aspect of the human experience because you don't want to see a third tweet in the morning about diarrhea? Like, absolutely
yeah,
not.
No, you should give it to
them.
them.
Change. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
listen, we all can appreciate, and if I can deal with Bunny's tweets, your tweets, nothing compared
You know,
to what
I
Bunny
genuinely,
does.
I have to say, I didn't even think, like, anything. I didn't think my tweets were weird. I don't know if that's, like, a demented thing to say. I didn't think that
they're
anything
not.
I
I
was
think
saying, like, I didn't
they're
think...
funny, not weird.
Yeah, I
No,
think
I'm
they're
saying,
funny.
like, I did not realize that it... You know, it may have the veneer of a shit post, but the fact is I'm being deadly serious, like, all the time. And I don't think people know that, and that's very funny to me.
Wait, so then I gotta ask you. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I gotta ask you. Did somebody actually come to your house and steal your
Yes.
toilet paper?
Yes.
Wait,
In
do
fact,
you know who
that
it was?
wasn't a joke. That happened to me.
yeah, do you know who it was?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
There needs to be some revenge here, because that's sick.
Wait. Was it a friend or a family member?
It was a friend of mine. I was very close with this person at this time. They slept over my place after we had like we'd had like a big night out. I'm trying to be really vague here because if they ever see this,
Oh no, absolutely. Stay
first
as
of all,
vague
like
as
you're
you
so
have
guilty.
to.
And by the way, I know I'm saying it in the event that you ever see this person, I know you took my one ply. I know you did because your
And
backpack
one
had a lump
ply.
in it. I saw that, and I didn't want to say anything because I figured if you're down bad enough to steal toilet paper, surely I can let it slide the one time, provided you never do it again. But this is one of those people who started acting very weird as soon as the YouTube thing took off, so I guess the writing was on the wall, but man, toilet paper, dude.
Yeah, and literally, like, one ply as well. Like, you really that
It's
down
not
bad
even
for one
good.
ply?
It's not even good.
Yeah.
It like
Come
makes
on,
your
guys.
ass bleed. Why do you want it?
When
Yeah,
you,
no,
okay,
the toilet paper, every incident, lowercase and capital I, it's all true.
I thought you were memeing. That's why I quote tweeted it and said
No!
what I said about a random woman running
Because on
around.
its own, that's not like a funny joke. Where's the punchline? That happened to me. I'm the punchline. That's why the punchline. Oh my god, I'm having like a PR issue. I need people to know that like I know it. Like you think I'm insane online? Because that is exactly the case. I am deadly serious.
I am sorry that your trauma is making me laugh because that shit was. I mean, I can imagine somebody stealing toilet paper.
It did not occur to me that anyone would think that was a joke. Because I have because I have no insight into what I sound like online. Because I just say anything. But I don't know. You know what? I'm glad that there's a receptive audience. I'm glad somebody out there was entertained.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I
get
quote
someone
tweeted
who
it.
tweets crazy things. I get you. Like, you're speaking to my heart.
Bunny literally is your people when it comes to your tweets. Absolutely.
I've been blocked by Claire's Boutique for tweeting at them too much. Like,
What?
I
I
get
just
it.
got a pair of earrings from them. What did you say to them? I love Claire's.
Well, I kept like, okay, a couple of years ago, I like started an ad campaign for them without them asking at all. But I was telling everybody that they were selling bejeweled framed pictures of Burt Reynolds and horse dewormers, and I just kept like tagging them in these promo tweets that I was making myself, and then they blocked me.
My God. Okay, Bunny.
Yeah.
That's so 100%.
That's pretty funny. I don't
That's
know.
amazing.
If I were on the Claire's social media team, I would follow you. I would not block you.
They unblocked me this year. Like, I noticed a couple months ago I was unblocked, so I'm just waiting on the right time for
You know what you
another
should do.
campaign.
You know what you should tweet?
What?
No, just let enough time pass, let the dust settle, and then hit him with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, they got to get the Burt Reynolds again. Yeah.
Oh my god! Don't act. I hope you haven't seen her Molly Ringwald.
I was gonna say, as long as it's Burt Reynolds and not Molly Ringwald, then I think we're all safe here.
Wait, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, Bunny, explain Molly Ringwald as nicely as you can because we are recording for YouTube.
You have
Okay.
beef with Molly Ringwald?
There is one picture that means a lot to me, and it has for years, like years and years. And there was a couple years where I couldn't find this picture, and then when I finally found it, ever since I have been, I think, blessing everybody on Twitter with this picture. It is a guy, and he is the happiest guy you'll ever see. I mean, the biggest smile. He is just so excited to be here. He's got his legs spread. He's spreading some cheeks, and on his butt it says Molly Ringwald, and the O is his butthole. And
Is it a
it's so
tattoo?
simple. No, it's just he did it with Sharpie. Yeah,
Cheap.
and
Okay.
it's my favorite picture to ever exist, and people
Yeah,
really
she-
like it.
Let me
She
tell you something.
constantly. Oh my god.
When she put it on Twitter, I have
Yeah,
never
I'm
seen
not
so many
sure.
people protest Bunny. It was hilarious.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and I
Claire's
just-
would get the goatsy throwback, to be honest, but you never know.
No.
You never know with how terminally
I-
online people are.
Yeah, I think they might have some new management since I got unblocked, so I feel like it's time.
Oh my god.
The thing is that she gets you slyly with it as well. Like she'll, you know, what's the censor it so it's all blurry, and then she says something like, you know, oh, here's like a scene out of like my next whatever, and you know, then people click on it and then like, how dare you? I wasn't expecting
Matt
this.
Pitt messages me every time, and he goes, "I hate you," and that's how I know he saw it.
Oh, Matt. Matt is. Oh God. I don't know what to say about Matt. That dude. It was funny. When I had made that server, he's like, "You gonna invite Frankie?" I'm like, "Yeah, invite her," because I think he's the one that gave you the invite because I didn't have you on Discord, and I was like, "Yeah, invite her, 100%."
To the one where we had the group chat like the other week?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was him.
Yep. Yeah, and I was really happy to meet you. I mean, I think you're cool. I think you're pretty based. You know, as the kids say.
Wow. No one, I've never been called based, like, in any context by anyone.
Oh
That's
my
really
God.
cool.
What?
And you got called based from an old person. Can you imagine it?
By what?
By an old person.
An old person.
Yeah. Because that's what I always say on my channel. You know, like the kids say, based. You know, down.
Mhm.
Like the kids.
Yeah, well,
say.
thank you. I sincerely appreciate that. Never ever gotten that one before.
No.
I'm mad at everyone who's never called you based.
Damn right. So, what would you say out of your videos? What would you say is your favorite video that you've made so far?
Well, I have to tell you, I hate all of them.
Oh my!
All of them. Sincerely.
Why?
From the
Why?
bottom of my heart.
Why do you hate your videos?
Is this not just an experience that everyone has with their own? I'm being very sincere. Like, do you not like cringe watching your own things back?
Okay, all right. I will say I did in the beginning because what I used to do is every time I used to go live, okay, in the live, because I'm mainly a live streamer, and even my videos, most of them are just snippets out of my live streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started, I wanted to hear like the volume and like seeing what I had to fix, right? And it was very cringe to hear my own voice back.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult.
But I've gotten used to it now. Now I'm used to it. I've gotten a lot used to it now. So
Yeah.
is that what it
Hopefully
is for
the
you?
feeling will subside, but I think, I don't know. I mean, I'm a perfectionist. I think I'm highly, like, I try to be pretty self-critical, and maybe it's just because I'm too new. Because again, I feel like this is so new and so foreign to me, and I just can't seem to get a grip on it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that, or maybe it's just some inherent quality of not wanting to see yourself. Like, in the beginning, I think the first 3 videos, when I was playing back the final cut in Premiere, like before I was going to upload this thing, I was watching it with my hands over my eyes. Like, I was watching it through my fingers because it was unbearable to me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, it hasn't gotten much better. So sorry, to answer your question, let me think if there's a favorite video.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's reword it. Which, considering what we know now, like, which one do you tolerate the most?
Which one is the least offensive to the eyes and ears?
Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me look through all. I literally only have 7 videos. God, I think the first So the first one, the Wonder Bread guy.
Yes.
I
just-
enjoyed that one. I'm gonna tell you now, I enjoyed that one.
Thank you. So everything that could have gone wrong with that video on a technical level and also just on an everything level, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong went wrong. I was using a cardioid microphone. It was facing the wrong way, so the audio was muddy, all of it. I was using a not very good camera that I had never used before. I had a giant black hair stuck on my lip gloss that was flopping around for the entire duration of the video, like in every take. And I lost several hours in After Effects manually blurring it out. You can actually see where I missed it. I don't think anybody noticed at the end of the day, but to me it's glaringly obvious.
I did not notice that
Yeah,
at
I
all.
didn't notice that.
Yeah. Now that you've done that, though, I might have to.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch it now.
But I think it was such a struggle that it became like charming. Like
Yeah.
it's so shit that it's charming to me now. And also I thought it was a really fun topic. Like I wish there was like another Wonder Bread guy, because that video was incredibly fun to research. It was really cool that I was actually able to reach out to this guy. One thing about these artists and just the subject of these videos in general is that the people who've made this stuff, most of them have some kind of web presence still, and if you like go through the right channels, you can talk to them and you can ask them like, hey, why did you make this? Can you explain your side of the story? What misconceptions do people have? Because a lot of the time, when it comes to this like weird fan art and the weird fetishes, misconceptions are pretty much all people have to go off of. But in any case, even though it sucked and it was very amateurish, and I think I've gotten a little better since then, but not significantly, it was very memorable. And it also, because I uploaded it while I had this one short that was popping off, it got like a crazy amount of views that it should not have gotten because of the actual size of my channel. So, yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
It was like so bad that it was good, is what I'm saying. Everything about it was so terrible that I'm like a little bit in love with it now.
No, that's good. Because look, it deserves every view it got. Honestly, right now it's sitting at 173K, and that's like that blows my mind. Isn't that so cool to you? Like you just go, yes.
It was like a happy accident, like just the way that everything ended up going.
Frankie.
No. But I'm saying, like, I'm aware of how everything just kind of went right at the same time in a way that I didn't expect. That's what I mean. And it's really cool. And
I'm about to mother hen on you. I swear to God, I'm about to mother
she's
hen
gonna
on
sit
you.
on you like a mama hen.
I am. I'm a mama hen on you. Listen. The one thing I like about you is you haven't let any of this get to your head.
Yeah.
You know what's good? Can I tell you something? This is like the most bizarre thing I've noticed recently. Especially with this, like the long and short of it is that the timing was so particular that I'm pretty sure this is what happened, but my best guess here is that I was cut out of my entire social group because of the YouTube stuff, and it happened right when my shit was popping off, so I don't think it's a coincidence. And I'm just saying that because I oftentimes like doubt, like, do I really have the right version of events in my head? But the thing that kills me is that this group of people, and I guess there's really just one person in particular who I was very close to, and that's why I took this so hard. They saw this crazy 3 million number on this one video, right?
Yeah.
They saw these numbers that were only happening because of a very happy convergence of events right at the beginning of this YouTube stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So in the same way that you said, I'm not letting it go to my head, I feel like it went to their head, like their assessment of how famous any of this actually is was like way out of proportion to what it is. And I mean, I guess they did me a favor because this would have happened eventually, but it's a very weird feeling to get totally dropped on my ass by people who think I'm a lot more successful than I actually am.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I feel like that's just jealousy. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
like, you're doing well and people just don't like that. And they're just, well, you're not one of us anymore. You're some famous person.
Yeah.
But honestly,
it's so funny. Like, it could not be further from the truth. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, people like that just don't deserve people that are, like, friendly and kind to other people. So, like, you can choose your friends. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and is it, I'm always aware of this too. Like, is it professional to air this type of grievance out, even if it's very, very vague? No, but I think this is an experience that a lot of people have, and you know, it kind of looks bad to talk about, but this is real. This
It
is
is
real.
real. Yeah.
It's
People
very
will
real.
treat
Yeah.
you incredibly strangely at the first whiff of a success that is exclusively yours, and not something that you can share with them, even if you wanted to. And
Yeah,
I mean,
that makes sense.
I feel
People
like it.
suck.
I've always felt like it always happened to me, and like I don't know, and like my first K, there were people who got kind of upset as soon as I got monetized, and then when I hit 5K, I had another issue with people kind of like, she thinks she's a and I'm like, it's only 5K, people, in the grand scheme of things. That's tiny.
that's such a difficult thing to explain. Like, yes,
Yeah.
this is a tremendous number, and you know, obviously, everyone who gets it works very hard for it, but.
I'm
It's
not
also,
Mr.
like,
Beast.
one of the smaller numbers out there. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly.
It gets so much crazier than that, and you're bugging out now.
Yep.
You're bugging out when I got 12 subscribers. How are you gonna behave when this is actually real?
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
I'm pushing Mr. Beast numbers, and it's not like, I'm making Mr. Beast money. Okay, at that point, sure, hate on me. I don't care. But I mean, nowhere near that. Like, nowhere in the horizon at all. You know what I mean?
I know.
Just...
And the thing is, like, you can't explain this to the person who has this issue with you, because I guess to them it's just infuriating. But it's like, damn, if you're mad now,
Yeah.
you are gonna be furious really soon.
And the one thing you're going to learn, is, you know what? If you're not happy for me, that's fine. I'm going to be happy for myself, and I can make my own circle. And you learn how to walk away from people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It has been really interesting to make new connections with people in the community here, I guess. I hate using the word community. I'm sick of that word. It's
Well,
overused.
I mean, but we kind of
But it is
yeah.
it is definitionally I have a thing with words. But yeah, everyone, that's something I noticed. Everyone is just incredibly, I mean, of the people I've met, everyone's super level-headed. It's not like, oh my God, I'm talking to a person with 1 billion followers. Ooh, it's just, hey, that's a guy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all incredibly strange.
Well,
It's a strange experience to share, and I think that's like it's interesting to me to make new relationships with people here, because we have this thing fundamentally in common, and it really does level the playing field, like, emotionally, and that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I
Yeah.
carry it. I know that's how Bunny and Eva carries it. It doesn't matter to me how many subscribers you have. If you're a cool person, you're a cool person. I don't care about the numbers.
Yeah,
I don't care about the
true.
success. Because you could have 1 million subscribers, but if you're a dirtbag, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to talk with you, and I don't want to hang out with you. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care about the subscriber count. No way.
I mean, those things matter insofar as putting food on the table, but you know,
Yeah, but
once,
that's
once
food
that
on
need
the
is
table
met,
for
you
them,
need to be able to socialize with your fellow man.
Yep,
you know,
exactly.
without
Yeah.
being an asshole. And so far, and I'm sure they're out there, but so far I have not met any assholes. So far, I'm really happy with just the way people have been.
Oh, well, then you've been
Yeah.
lucky so far, girl. Heck yeah. You've been lucky then. Woo. Wish I had that experience. Just saying.
Yeah, there's definitely some assholes out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, like, how do you like, going on back to your channel, how do you even find these subjects? Like, they're so niche, and there's stuff I don't really hear about, and then it's just something that's really, like, fascinating to me. Even, like, the big knee lover one that you just put out, and like the Sonic Mario
you know-
Yowie, like, oh my God, like, how do
What
you
I
even
thought
find
was so
this stuff?
funny while watching the big knee one is, like, I do work and stuff, so there I see a lot of, like, I've had knee lovers come into my chat, and it's just so funny
No
seeing
way.
the stuff that I see.
No
Oh yeah, I used to
way.
have a guy come in that wanted me to lick my knees, and I was like, easiest money I've ever made. I'll do that.
I wonder, do you think this guy was ever among them?
That's
I mean,
what I
what are
was
the chances?
thinking while I was
Statistically, it's so rare.
That's what I was
Right.
thinking while I was watching that. I was like, I've had a guy, and he came in regularly, I guess, because, like, the more niche the fetish is, the harder it is to find people that will just do it, I guess. So I guess he just kept coming back to me because I did it once. And when I was watching that, I was like, what are the odds that there's, like, a guy on DeviantArt that's drawing stuff that this guy would have loved if it's not him?
Well, Eva, to answer your question, the way that you find all these subjects is because those odds always exist. There is the number one takeaway is that there is always a guy. If you can think of
Yeah.
any fetish, any interest, any whatever in the world, there was always going to be a guy. And that guy
Right.
is going to extensively document his paraphilia on some forum,
Yes.
and I'm going to find it. To answer the question as to how I found the subjects I found so far, a lot of these are just like old school kind of, they're like DeviantArt relics that I personally remember witnessing myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So right now, none of these things, I'm still trying to find things that are completely new to me, but for the time being, I'm just going through the laundry list of like, hey, remember that weird thing you saw on DeviantArt when you were 12? You know, like, what's up? What's the
Right.
deal with that? Like, where did that go?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised. I actually thought that these things, I thought that the subject matter would be a little bit more well known than it is because I guess when you're swimming in it, it doesn't really feel like a niche. But
Right. Yeah.
like the Sonic Mario thing, for example,
Yes.
I thought of it because I remember I was in high school when that blew up, and I remember seeing it everywhere, and I can't be the only
Yeah.
one. So I figure as long as nobody's explaining these things, you know, someone ought to look into them.
See, that was my
Yeah.
first exposure to this, was watching your video on it, and I'm like, I have not seen this, and I'm so glad that someone showed me this. So, there's two big universes, Sonic and Mario. What is like, Rule 34 and all that jazz. Of course, something's gonna happen eventually, but like, yeah, you've actually pinpointed where this sort of started, and
Yeah.
that's just crazy to me.
There is one thing that I actually, this is one of the like newer ones. I'm still researching this. I'm trying to set up an interview with the voice actor, but there is this. I hope I'm not messing up the story. So the Sega CD was a failed console. It didn't really sell all that well. Either it was a console or it was like an extension for an existing console. But in the 90s, there was all this 90s gratitude and characters were cool and edgy and badass and gross out and all that. That was like the design paradigm, at least in America. And I don't remember if it was Sega or Sega of America, but one of them was challenged with creating a mascot for the Sega CD. And in a bewildering choice, they decided to make the mascot this awesome, rad pencil. His name was Woody something. Was already off to a terrible start because you gave him a penis name. Also, a pencil is not a very appealing character design, but whatever.
Especially
and then
for
they
a
took this,
console, yeah.
yeah, they took Woody and they put him into one of the ugliest looking video games of all time with like this nightmare. You have to watch these cutscenes yourself. Like they're genuinely so entertaining because they're horrific to look at. They're very scary. Anyway, I don't really understand how this happened, but for some reason Sega did not retain the legal rights to Woody's visage. So actually, anybody can use them. And it would so happen that a hentai racing game has recently come out. And they couldn't, they kept tweeting about, we have an official Sega mascot in our game. And they whip out this pencil, who, by the way, he kills people by erasing them with his ass. There's like a whole story here. And they put him in this hentai racing game. And you have to understand, I have never heard any of these combinations of words, and I doubt anybody else has.
No.
So I'm still
Hentai
researching
racing
this.
game. That's
I'm still researching
amazing.
this because it's fascinating to me, and I'm still trying to put the story together. But I don't want to do anything with it just yet until I can secure an interview because the voice actor for the pencil, because he had some voice lines in like his original video game in the 90s. That guy is still around and kicking. And he's on Twitter and we're mutuals. I'm trying to set something up, but you never
That's incredible.
with these topics. I want to save that video for like a subscriber milestone because I don't want to use up all my good ideas while I'm still figuring out what I'm doing. But
Yeah, no, I totally get that. And like what you were saying on the
Yeah.
end of like one of your most recent ones was like that you were considering opening a Patreon because you can't exactly get everything out there that you want to get
Oh,
out
yeah.
there in a YouTube video. And I
Yeah,
feel like
that's a
that is
great
a
idea.
perfect idea, honestly. Like
I
that's something I would pay for with all that
I'm
content
gonna be honest.
behind it.
First of all, thank you, and second of all, I think someone at YouTube likes me because I get away with a lot.
Oh, you're
know,
lucky then. Far out.
Some of these videos are much. It's kind of as an experiment because I'm just curious what technically crosses the line. But some of these are a lot less censored than others, and it doesn't. there doesn't seem to be a consistent pattern as to what gets you in trouble, but, you know, it really does take a lot of, if you have a video where the topic is just furry poop fetish art, right? If you have to censor the word poop and fetish every single time you talk about it, which you will be doing for the entire 10 minutes of the video, it's almost incomprehensible at that point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, no, I really got to get on that Patreon thing.
Yep, do it, girl. Honestly,
I think it's a good
that is
idea.
Great
probably
idea.
something I would definitely sign up for. I feel like that is like the where you're gonna like, you know, really. I'm not gonna say cash in, but really ball it. You know,
And I think
like,
that'd be
feel
a
like-
It's
good
probably
way.
just going to be like a couple bucks a month, just if anyone wants like the full, you know, the version where I don't have to cut out like every fifth word, go for it, but I'm not entirely sure what all the offers are going to be. I just know that one's the main one because that one is, I think if the channel continues to grow, God willing, I'm probably going to get in trouble relatively soon. Like, I don't think I can get away with this forever.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good idea. Not only one, but you can do like the uncensored ones there. Maybe as long as it doesn't break the Patreon rules. I don't know how their rules are. But two, it would also be a good way to get feedback before you put videos out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like it's like you can see it on Patreon before it comes out or something like that, and it would be a good way for them to give you their feedback on it. You know, like, hey, what do you think about this video, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and I think
that's
I
awesome.
agree with Eva and Bunny. I think that would be a great idea for you.
Yeah.
And then you can make little Patreon exclusive videos for them just for the Patreon and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea.
When I get an editor, I definitely want to make Patreon exclusives. It's like every second, literally as soon as one video gets uploaded, the very next second is spent working on the next one. Like I can't plan 2 videos ahead.
Wait a minute. Let me go ahead and say it. Before Confusing Opinion says something in the before he says something in the comment section, I'm an editor, okay? Confusing Opinion, I'm just waiting for him to say something because you said when I get an editor, and I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and say it because
that chills.
Confusing runs around trying to be everybody's editor, which he's a good editor. Don't get me wrong, he's a good editor. He's worked with a lot of people, so I just know him. He'll hear about it and then he'll be in the comment section. Well, I'm an editor.
Yeah, I gotta get a couple more videos out the door, and then I gotta really figure this out because one thing that's becoming very obvious is I am not a great editor. I think most of it's like coming along pretty decently, but I always struggle with this. I do not have a sense of pace, and I cannot tell what is too slow or what is too fast. So I cut a lot of dead air, and it's just words back to back to back to back.
Dude, that's what
And
I
I
like
need
the
somebody
most,
to fix that
especially-
for me.
No. With people like us, for example, ADHD kind of
Yeah.
framed. Like I feel like it's such a great pace. Like especially like the last couple of videos. Like literally,
I actually
just
slowed
bit after bit
down
after bit.
significantly, like the last 2. I don't even know if you can tell, but I slowed the pace down intentionally. This next video, the one that should be ready tomorrow, is even slower than that. I'm counting on that working because I clearly cannot be depended on to tell on. To me, if I see 3 different images flash in the space of a second, I'm like, yep, okay, totally understood. I don't understand that to a normal person, that's like seizure inducing. Like, there's no need. But yeah, actually, that's something I wanted to touch on before. Because this is so new, and I'm building the plane as I'm flying it, every video to me feels so incredibly different from any of the others because I'm trying a different thing out every time, and I haven't even settled on I don't even have a rhythm yet. The only thing I know for sure is that I like to talk about shitty art. That's not going anywhere.
Well, see, but that's the thing,
Yes.
though. That's the thing.
But everything else is constantly in flux until I can find the thing that works.
Right.
But there is one editor. I have to find out his rate. He's very, very, very good, so I suspect his rate is going to be very high. But when I'm financially ready, I definitely want to take this guy on because he spins magic out of the shit that I've seen his demo reel. He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Like, I know people have told me who they make like the videos and stuff like that. People have told me that the more editing you do, the better you'll get at it. And then like you'll learn this little trick, and then once you learn that trick, you'll go on and do another trick. And before you know it, and then the editing also gets faster the more you do it. You know,
that is one thing it's definitely gotten. It's not gotten any easier, incredibly. I think that's because I'm really stupid, but it's gotten faster, and that's important.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be easier. I just need it to get done.
Yeah, that's me. That's why I have a dear friend of mine, the same person who's editing this one, Jaded Take on Twitter. Shout out Jaded. We love her. Yeah, she does my editing for me. Except for on like my main channel, I will do most of my editing there. But yeah, she does a lot of the heavy work because I can't edit. I mean, I can edit, I can physically do it, but I dread it so much that I literally am stuck 4 o'clock in the morning doing it last minute.
Incredibly dreadful.
I hate it.
I literally hate it. I can't stand it. My sister's like, why aren't you happy? You're getting views, right? Like, isn't this good? And I'm like, you don't understand. I spent 99% of the time required to make this happen being miserable. Editing is horrendous.
Yeah. It's like, I love editing. I just like, my PC cocked it, and now I'm just sort of sitting here, and I'm just like, I actually quite enjoyed it. Like, I feel like it's like cathartic in a way, if that makes sense. Like, it's just sort of like going through the motions and just getting it done and listening to things again, and like, this is cool. And then all my joy got taken from me because my PC blew up.
You know what though? Well, we were lucky though. We were lucky because her PC blew up, and I'm like, but I have Jaded. I have Jaded, so I'll just get Jaded to do the broadcast work, and every now and then do something for me on my channel, and I'll just pick up the slack on my channel. And we were lucky.
We had the best backup plan ever, so we're so lucky that Jaded.
Yes, we love Jaded.
For a certain type of person, editing is, I can totally see how it can be relaxing, but it's weird because when you edit yourself, the stakes feel infinitely high. It probably feels pretty. It's probably fine. Like I don't even think I would object to editing somebody else's video. Not that I would ever subject anyone to that, but it's weird when it's you. There is no level of professional detachment, and it just never stops feeling weird.
I go to edit something with mine, and I never realized until I started editing my own videos how many times I repeat the same shit. Like over and over.
Yes.
Majorly.
In a
live stream, I'll make a comment, and then I'll make the comment again right after it, and again right after. I'm like, oh my, how do people watch me? Like, oh my God.
I don't know why you're so surprised. Of course they do.
Good God. I'm like, how are y'all even? I don't understand people. I don't understand how y'all put up with me. I really don't. I don't get it.
Now I'm thinking about it, I don't even think I've ever realized that you do that during your lives. Like it.
I do. I'm telling you now, funny. I do.
As much as I watch you, I ain't ever noticed it.
I'll repeat the same damn thing 3 times in a row.
Well, it must be necessary. It feels necessary.
Maybe.
The point to be put across. Yeah.
Maybe so, man. Oh my God.
So I got a question. Has there been a topic that you've wanted to do that was something from like an old memory that you went to go research and you realized that like this person is too secretive and you couldn't find anything? Or have there been any that you've scrapped?
Not for a video, but there is something that I have been fruitlessly, because I don't even have enough information, but I've been fruitlessly trying to find this one thing. When I was like 6 or 7, I can't do math. What year was that? Okay, I was a little too young. Sometime in 2006, I was so I was 8 years old. I remember very distinctly. It was 2006, I was 8, I was on the family computer in the basement. It was absolutely stifling, like the middle of summer, and the AC wasn't working. And I was on this incredible website that my older cousin, who showed me a really dirty anime thing and said, isn't this cool? She showed me this website where it came from called Funny Junk, and I was like, what? They have weird cartoons on here? They make me feel uncomfortable, though, but that's okay. I'll keep watching them. And I saw a lot of things that I truly did not need to see, not at that tender age. But there was this one, like, music video. I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot remember what genre of music this was. I just know it was, like, this anime girl. It was just black and white. It was this anime girl. She had big, like giant plush feathery wings, and she was flying into heaven or something, and the number 777 came up. And I actually have no more information than that, but I have been trying to find that thing forever. I'm not even sure if it's a music video. It may have just been someone's original animation with just some music. But I have like so little to go off of, and I mean, I spent like every couple of years I come back to this, and I just get nothing. I would love nothing more than to eventually track this one down.
Well, okay,
just for my own like personal fulfillment. But
so channel, everyone watching, we've got a call to action now. If you know what Frankie is talking about, put it in the comments below because we want to help her out, help a gal out, find out what this is.
If anyone was on Funny Junk or Newgrounds right prior to 2010, and you saw an animation that was black and white, I can draw, like I remember one of the frames from this. I can recreate this from memory. If anyone no, I could do it. I'll send it in to you later if you want.
Do it.
Yeah.
If anyone can recognize this thing, please.
Oh my gosh.
This is my
we need to make a wanted poster. Like, I want to get to the bottom of this with you. Like, I'm in.
I've never, like, there are so many of those, like, lost media YouTubers and the creepypasta, the iceberg people, like, you guys need to whip yourselves into shapes a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Because, this one is truly lost media. You guys are slacking.
Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I know you're going to find it, and you're going to make a great video about it.
I'm going to find this thing
Everybody's
going
to be like, I've always wondered what that was.
I may be the only person on Earth who saw this. This may also be a problem. But, God, I would really like to return to this one day and be like, I found it.
Yeah.
That would actually be really funny if you did. That would be funny.
Yeah, you should make a whole documentary about your search.
I remember
for
the
it.
song.
Oh,
I mean, I don't remember what it sounded like, but I remember enjoying it very much, so that would be fun too.
Huh.
Well,
It's
there we
gotta be
go.
out there.
We've got something to find. Let's do it, guys.
Let's do it, guys. Let's rally. Oh my gosh. All right. So, anything else like interesting we want to know about her or any other?
I do.
Okay, I knew Bunny had one. I knew Bunny had one.
Do you plan to go back to doing your animations? Because I thoroughly enjoyed your first couple uploads with your animations. Like, that was chef's kiss.
So old. They were from school. Eventually, I'd like to. I would just.
Yeah.
Because I didn't plan. I didn't necessarily plan to start doing YouTube, nor did I plan for this thing to work. And it's extremely time consuming, as is animation, and it's just right now it's not possible to do them both. But
Yeah.
I'd love to. I'd love to find a good balance one day. You know, when things are more successful and my upload schedule is more regular and there's an editor involved and some of the labor, is taken off my hands, I would love to animate something. I'd love to collaborate with someone. Like, my dream collab of all time would probably be Meat Canyon. But
Oh yes, man.
if ever, I would love to cross that bridge when we get there. But for the time being, I'm editing a video about the wear diaper. So obviously my hands are full.
Okay. Yeah.
That's tomorrow's video, assuming I get it done on time.
Awesome.
The what diaper?
The wear diaper.
Oh god.
Okay, I'll give you a little preview. Can I drop an image in this chat? Am I allowed?
Yeah, just put it in the only chat.
For your own visual reference.
Yeah.
Or the side chat. You probably should be able to put it in the side chat, I think.
I can only see instructions and the only chat.
Yeah, put it in the only chat, and then we'll delete it as soon as you put it.
Pin it.
Okay,
It's
so
gonna be good.
you may recognize this image just because it's been around for a minute. But it's this guy's, very, very classic, like, mid-2010s, early 2010s DeviantArt transformation fetish art, but he turns into a diaper, and, it's very funny on its face, and then I immediately, once I started looking into this, I found out that this thing was actually called the Wear Diaper, by the guy who made it, and not by the thousands of people who saw it and laughed so hard they shat themselves.
Oh my god.
There's a really interesting story about the Wear Diaper. It's about transformation fetishes and about minions from the movie.
Okay.
And
yuck. Okay.
Adults who wear diapers. It's like personally, I don't know if it's going to be the best video I ever made, but I am very in love with the topic. I think this one's really fun.
Yeah, I remember that. I
You
remember
remember the
seeing
wear
that.
diaper?
Yeah, I remember it getting
Hell
passed
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, this is old. This is from like 2013.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
so
excited
much
for that one.
lore, so much more than you would expect from something called the wear diaper. But such is life.
Oh my God, Frankie, I love you.
I love you.
I love you, Frankie.
Oh my God! Right at the end, right in time.
You fit
Yep.
right in with my two girls. Let me tell you.
You do.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so happy you came by, and I'm so happy you said yes. Thank you so much. I felt kind of bad that I was like, wow, she even went on Cucked before I got her on here. Wait, did you
I
go
wasn't on Cucked.
No, you weren't on Cucked. You went on another podcast, didn't you?
I was on Real Word Sickos.
Okay, see, that one was
And,
fine.
now
All right.
recording.
All right, Real World Sickos, we don't have a problem with them. We love
Love
my
Doe.
baby over there. We love
I
my
did
Doe.
not know that there was like
That's
a
fascinating.
universe. I didn't know there was like a WWE equivalent of like podcast beef. You guys got like heel podcasts and stuff. This is crazy. I did
Well,
not know
yeah.
this existed.
Okay, well, all right. Well, when it comes to like all women podcasts, I like to run around the community and go, there can only be one. There can only be one. But of
Yeah.
course, there is another one. They're called the Lol Gals, which, you know, we had them on here. And of course, Eva just blatantly says, so how does it feel to be the number 2 all women podcast?
Jesus.
But we
Very
love
forthcoming.
Right.
we love
True.
those girls. Nah, we like all the podcasts. Everybody's cool. We just like to give each other shit, you know. It's like
Yeah.
oh, what was it? I think that's what it was. Cucked got Doe on their podcast. No, it was Bo Blacks. They got Bo Blacks on their podcast. And Confusing had put in the Discord, yeah, look who we got, Cucked on top. And I was like, really? And I showed him the thumbnail of Bo Blacks being on our podcast. I'm like, sorry, broadcast was there first.
Yeah.
Yeah, just messing with each other. You know, it's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love. Gotta have a little healthy competition, you know what I mean?
The broadcast is a great name. I am very fond of the word broad. I think it's an excellent word. It's like
Yeah.
Thank
very,
you.
It's very
Thank
unfeminine, and I like
you.
that.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
love that.
That's
Thanks.
what we were going for. Like we're an all woman
No,
podcast.
obviously, like the pun
Yeah.
works, and I really enjoy that.
Exactly. But
Good pun.
I love the word broad, and I think I want to say that was. I can't remember if that was you or Mystic that came up with that. But it was one
It
of
was
you
me.
two. Yeah, it was you.
It was me.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And I was
love
like,
it.
as soon as you said that in the chat, I was like, oh my God, that's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Boom. That's the name of it right there.
Yep. It was the only one. It was the only one that fit. And I was
Yep.
like, yeah, that has to be it. So
Yep.
I'm so glad that you like it. Thank you.
Yep. That was Eva. All right. Well, Bunny, I think it's time for you to take us out, ma'am.
All right. Thank y'all for joining us for this episode with Frankie. And don't forget to like and comment if you find the Weird Angel 777 video. I'm
Please.
excited about that. Y'all take it serious, y'all.
Take it serious. We're going to make a wanted poster for it, okay?
Yeah.
And if not, and if you don't take this serious, Bunny's going to send you Molly Ringwald, okay?
Yeah, we're getting mollied.
You're going to get mollied. All right, everybody, say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hi guys.
Bye. I'm going to be face palming the whole time, but that's okay because I love every single one of you.
Wait, what? What happened?
That Frankie, you are among your people here.